What would you do if you were transported to another world, become the strongest, adventure around the world, fight the Demon King, or do like our MC Kanata and decide to— What's up guys, it's me, Gamer XX Hunter, coming to you all with a brand new live stream. Hope you're all doing well today, but we're going to cut the dilly-dally short and get right into the Ask Me for Advice segment. And here's our first letter. Hey, this is Akuta, a B-rank Chad, and the other day, this fucking loser joined my party, right? And he was an absolute loser, I tell you. I mean, all he could do was use support magic, scout out enemies, repair armor, cook for us, clean for us, take care of our finances. I mean, just absolutely useless. So I kicked him out, and watching him cry was amazing. Say, Akuta, do you happen to reside in Doofusville? Or Stupid Town? Actually, I think you live in Moran City, so I just want to get this straight. You decided that kicking out the pillar of your party was a good idea. Truly, you're a genius among geniuses. So when you decide to go fight some monsters or get some bitches and you end up in deep shit, remember why. Oh right, this is an advice segment. So here's some advice. Go find that man right now and be face down, ass up as you apologize. Or go and get some bitches. Psych! You can't get any bitches, so you only got one option. Anyways, next letter. Hello. I'm the son of a noble, and I'm currently engaged to a bad bitch. However, I fell in love with a thicker, badder bitch, and I'm thinking of choosing her instead. Oh, fuck you. It must be nice to be able to pick and choose what girls you want, huh? Motherfuckers like me have been wishing and dreaming upon a star to even interact with a female, you dick. Right, advice. So, what about your family, huh? Just fuck them, I guess, right? And your fiance? Just throw that whole ass relationship out the window? You see, what you need to do is to do better and be better, man. Do you not know how good you got it? I want a girlfriend so bad, but here I am, alone, with only my dick in my hand to keep me company. Anyways, we're gonna end stream here today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you tomorrow. That's right. Our MC Kanata got isekai'd and decided to stream as a hobby. This is the first of many mistakes Kanata will make. But soon, Kanata's gonna wish he picked a different hobby. But when he's not doing a soon-to-be disastrous hobby, he has to attend the greatest of places, school. And so the question now is, what cheat power did Kanata get? Well, he received unlimited power. So because of this power, he achieved rank S, which got him shipped off to the Royal Academy, where only the richest and most ignorant reside. And speaking of ignorant, here are some dimwits now. And they're not a fan of Kanata, because he's a commoner. Kanata, knowing this fact, decides the best course of action is to play possum. But unfortunately, it seems the dimwits are immune to this strategy. The professor tries to break it up, but everyone gets distracted once a beautiful and totally sane and rational young maiden named Maria Strasishu arrives. She apologizes for being late. The professor says it's no big deal. He then asks if she wants to demonstrate magic to the class, when Omega Alpha Male over here decides he's going to show up Kanata and show off to Maria to win over her heart, because yeah, that's how that works. He then spews a bunch of useless dribble, fires his magic, and hits the target. People are impressed, except the two people he was doing that for. Well, it's now Kanata's turn, and the nobles are looking smug. The professor and Maria are looking with intrigue. Kanata fires a little flame bullet, and skadoosh! The target's particles no longer exist on this plane of existence, and Kanata's like, oh, fuck. While everyone else is in awe, the professor, who's pleased with that demonstration, then tells the class that it's now time for individual training. But the students are like, we can't compete with that! Dimwit number 1 is upset. Dimwit number 2 is not far behind Dimwit number 1. When Maria calls out to the dim-witted jerk-off brothers, the two are scared shitless as she hits them with a mean-ass glare. And now they fold like some lawn chairs. Maria then starts a speech about social statuses and whatnot, but the main thing is she flicked the tree and put a giant hole through the tree. So good to know she can do that. After not listening to her rant, the dimwits say, yes, your highness. Oh right, Maria is apparently the princess to this whole entire nation, so that explains the constant fear around her. Anyways, she goes over to Kanata to compliment him. But Kanata's thinking, how the hell do I get out of this as fast as possible? Because everyone's staring at them. After that, Maria wraps up their chat with, you shouldn't provoke people even if you're angry. Kanata thinks, well, that's good for me, because I didn't start shit. But what's this? The Omega Alpha male from earlier was eavesdropping on their conversation. Kanata now back at home, and it's streaming time. Kanata then starts talking about how classism is stupid. He then receives a super chat from someone named Anonymous Princess. The super chat is about how happy they are to hear his voice. Kanata thanks the princess for dropping 40 tier 3 gifted subs. Kanata asks, "You're not gonna refund this, right?" The princess says she would never do such a thing, as she donates again with a message, and this message is a little spicy. As she says she wouldn't mind being his lover, so please let her be. Kanata thanks her for the donation and treats this as a joke and says if they ever meet, why not? Kanata would eventually come to regret these words. And guess what? Anonymous Princess was Maria, as she thinks I can't help but fall in love with him. And she seems to be having a too swell of a time listening to Kanata, as she then talks about how he appeared like a comet, captivating people with his level 20 charisma, as a lot of people have been helped by his guidance, along with his bold yet objective opinions. It's like his voice is entering my mind. It's as every inch of my body has been marked by him. I don't want to just give him financial support. I want to devote myself fully to him. I want to live for him. Ever since the incident on the first day, school has become way more a pain in the ass for Kanata. It's only going to get worse than it already is, especially with him getting good grades. Kanata decides it's time to head home to stream. We then see Maria getting confessed to by the Omega Alpha male from earlier that we all forgot about. Maria informs him that her heart is already destined for someone else, that she only knows parasocially. Kanata is like, well, guess I can't go through here today. The Omega Alpha male says, is it your fiance? No, wait just a goddamn minute. You knew she was engaged and still tried it? Wow, bold strategy, I admit. Anyways, she says that's not it. She's allowed to find her own love, and there's already someone she wants to give herself to. Someone she's never spoken to, technically. The Omega Alpha male is heartbroken, and is probably going to talk shit about her on Twitter later, because she hurt his feelings. While overhearing that conversation, Kanata thinks about how Maria is just his type. Brother, I have some devastating news for you. And thinks, what good deed did her partner do to get her? Kanata then decides the long way home it is. Maria tells him that eavesdropping is deplorable and how his shadow was visible the entire time. Kanata says this is the pathway he takes to get home. Maria says it was just a joke. Shitty joke. Kanata's glad to hear that as he scampers off. Maria then thinks, I've heard this accent somewhere before. We're going to learn soon that Kanata is an imbecile. Anyways, it's time to stream, and yep. But then someone else donates 20 tier 3 gifted to Kanata with the message. Kanata says, you guys need to take care of yourself first. Maria's like, she'll be the one to provide for Gamer XX Hunter. But the message Kanata received was about if demons need to be GG'd from the world. Kanata then says, just don't be racist. We then get the backstory as to why Maria's like this. It does not make what she's doing any more acceptable, and it's because in her time of need, her butler gave her a podcast to listen to, and the advice she received from Gamer XX Hunter was slavery should be eradicated, and she was like, he's right, and I have the power to do that, and that somehow turned into this. So yeah, anyways, a war in the comments breaks out about which one of them deserves to be with Gamer XX Hunter. None of you. And Maria is not pleased with their comment and has a completely and reasonable response to these comments. And Kanata's like, okay, wait now, you got too much dip on your chip now, as he's not a fan of public quarrels. Maria does some jungle gym ass acrobatics in her mind to come to the conclusion that Gamer XX Hunter now hates her and starts breaking down. But Gamer XX Hunter says he'll forgive them as long as they understand. And Maria sure does make a face as she then starts praising the MP3 player. Gamer XX Hunter says getting along with demons is important, and he wonders what the Demon King looks like. All the humans are like, what in the fuck? Speaking of the Demon King, This is her, and one of her subordinates hands her an MP3 player, which says Gamer XX Hunter on it, and she's wondering, who the hell is that? Her subordinate says that listening to him is extremely popular. Demon King says, well, this could be useful for gathering information, so make something that will get the signal. The subordinate makes a better PC setup than I have, and after listening to one stream, the Demon King's like, this will help kill time. A few days later, and it's delved straight into addiction territory. Then we see the Demon King's perspective of when Gamer XX Hunter says that the war between the two species is fucking dumb, and she's so glad that there's someone of the same opinion as her. That was a few days ago, and now to present day. Anyways, we get to the part where streamer mentions wanting to see the Demon King, and she's thrilled as she heads off to the bath to freshen up to go to the human world, where she has reasonable thoughts, such as letting a man she's never met or actually interacted with rule her body. But she temporarily faints because of all the same thoughts she was having. Now awake, she puts some clothes on and hugs her cutout of Gamer XX Hunter. She then heads off to the human world now to meet with the Human King. Kanata then wakes up to hear the news that the demons have sent a non-aggression request. Kanata is still unaware that he's the reason this happened. After finishing up doing some work on his PC, Kanata heads out to enjoy the town on this wonderful day, when he hears a man shouting in the distance about how this little lady bumped into him and yada yada. He's just a scam artist and a background character. Anyway, Kanata really doesn't want to get involved, but with no guards around decides, fine. He tells the scam artist to fuck off. She only bumped into him, not stab him. The scam artist says, and who the fuck are you? Kanata responds that really doesn't matter, as he forces the scammer to let her go. And like most scammers, once they've been caught, they skedaddle off. Kanata says, well, there's now one less pest. The girl says nothing as she's thinking. Kanata asks, is anything wrong? The girl says, it's just that his voice sounds so familiar, like a genius. Kanata was using his normal voice while talking to several thousand people while trying to hide his identity. Kanata then thinks maybe she's a listener, and if she found out who he was, he could just start a romance with such a cute girl. Kanata's not the brightest bulb in the box, but it must just be a misunderstanding, so that can't be. Or the sharpest tool in the shed. Kanata tells her to head home before it happens again. The girl says it's alright. She could have dealt with him, but she might have ended him if she did. Kanata's like, you're one of those. The girl says she appreciates his kindness and thanks him. Kanata says there's no need, hoping a pretty girl like her lifts up his mood a bit anyways. The girl says, gosh, there are so many girls prettier than me though. Kanata thinks, absolutely not. That's an outrageous bar if that's the case. She then notices a bandage on his hand, one of his many mistakes, and asks what happened to it. Kanata says it's just a bit bruised, but it should be fine by tomorrow. She tells Kanata to be more careful. Kanata pats her on her head and says she's such a nice person. Kanata then yanks his hand away, apologizing, saying that doesn't count as sexual assault, right? The girl says it's fine and asks, did he think she was younger than him? Kanata says, am I wrong? The girl says she thought they were the same age as she turned 17 this year. Kanata says, well, would you look at that? We are the same age. She says it's not that big a deal, as she's used to it at this point. And while her stature is fun size, she's king sized where it counts. Kanata's brain has been flashbanged by this sudden development, as she teases him, saying she can also do things like that just fine. Kanata walks away thinking, what a personality she has. She then wishes him a farewell when to meet again one day. Kanata, don't wish for that. Kanata says, right, see ya, and be mindful of your surroundings. Kanata then remembers she had a cross on her. Was she a sister in training? Even though it does not really matter. It's now nighttime and we see a church and the girl being welcomed in by someone. And it turns out that girl is the Saintess. The sister then starts rambling to the Saintess about humans. The Saintess then says how all humans are equal and don't despise the person but the sin. She then mentions about her encounter with Kanata, and she really feels like their voices were alike, to the point where she keeps going back and forth on believing and not. The sister is now alone, and she brings out a chair and pulls out an MP3 player, and I gotta get a different hobby, as she's having a hell of a time just hearing his voice. Yeah. And then Kanata shows that he can now show off his hands. Kanata will regret this decision. And The Sanctus quickly realizes that the boy she met earlier was Gamer XX Hunter, and she's in disbelief. Kanata has now officially doxed himself like a dumbass. Kanata is talking about how he's finished his camera earlier this morning. He then thinks maybe he should have worn some gloves to keep his identity a secret. Dumbass. He then dismisses that thought with, nah, there's no way people would find out my identity with just my hands. Complete and utter dumbass. The two other psychopaths in chat are very concerned about his hand. The chat's asking what happened. He explains that he was a bit of a klutz and that he'll be using this camera feature more often in the future when he wants to introduce something, and the chat is just 2 hours have now passed when then Kanata receives a letter from the Alpha and Omega and everything in between that says, your streams annoy me. We're gonna find you and kill you painfully. And now I will say, I've seen nukes set off smaller explosions than the one this man has unknowingly set off at his own feet. Kanata responds in kind as he thinks it's understandable people don't like him, as people just throwing money at him, as he also allegedly hides his identity. Kanata then says he shouldn't threaten people like that. He could get thrown in jail for stuff like that. He has much bigger concerns to worry about than jail, Kanata. Now, our man Kanata here did not take it seriously, but can you take a guess as to who did? It's now a few hours later, and the thieves are in shambles, as their leader is now running away thinking, what did I do to deserve this? Many things. He then thinks it's Kanata's fault, and somehow not his own fault that this is happening to him, as he proceeds to have a leg severed as a knight walks up saying how his group was not that big a deal at all. Can he just not cause so much trouble and not cause so much trouble? As then a priest shoots him through the hand and says, please don't make this even more painful. With the demons above them saying, if he knew the humans would take care of this, he would not even bother showing up. The thief's leader says, who are you guys? They say, we're simply believers of Gamer XX Hunter. Now perish. These lot may not be as mentally insane as their superiors, but they're still pretty insane, as Jackass here found this out in the harshest way possible. A few days later, a newspaper comes out talking about the incident. Kanata thinks he's heard that name before. Kanata then notices one of his fellow commoners drop their handkerchief and informs him of it. That commoner quickly walks away. Kanata is distressed, as even other peasant students are ignoring him, and maybe he did overdo it that one time. But the students behind him are talking about how it's a bit louder than usual today. The professor comes in and begs everyone to take a seat as he's been worn the fuck out. And he says a certain person will be joining their class temporarily, and the students are excited. And the professor starts explaining how important this person is and not to do anything rude or stupid. Now she may emerge, and Kanata is shocked, and it's the Sanctus Alfana. Well, Kanata, go ahead and get used to this, because there's gonna be so many more surprises in your future. And what's our red flag counter looking like? Yeah, that seems about right. God damn it. Focus the camera. Remember, we're here to film the second floor of the labyrinth, so don't screw it up. Screw it up my ass. It's been years since anything worthwhile has been found down here. Is this why you hired the dungeon baby? That would be correct. Who would be a better tour guide than him? But what's with his demeanor? Well, I did some investigating, and dungeon babies are all real crazy about dungeons. But apparently ours might be malfunctioned, as he refuses to even go near a labyrinth. But that doesn't explain his demeanor at all. So your information provided nothing. Hey, I mean, he could be worse. He could have been a Redditor. All right, everyone shut up and get up. Why? We just got here. Well, lady, the British are coming, so we need to get a move on to the second floor. Also, tell the cannon fodder with guns to just please not shoot the guns even if we come across a Brit. We need to avoid the wrath of the British Empire as much as possible. You sure do worry a lot for a dungeon baby. Dungeon baby, prom night, dumpster baby, baby back ribs, doesn't matter. Just do your job and we'll do ours, capiche? I fucking hate my job. I really and truly do. Just so much. There are just no words for the hate I have. Oh my God, what's that over there? Don't worry, that's just a common Arsenal fan. It's already heartbroken by another terrible loss, so we should just leave before... Alrighty, boys! Looks like it's our time to shine. We need to show them why Boardman gets paid. For the love of safety's off. What? That was easy. See, told you there's nothing to worry about. Is it dead? Of course it is. Did you hear it scream? See, if it bleeds, it can be killed. Gosh, I was a bit nervous because of all the people I heard getting folded down here. You dumb sons of bitches. Now we have to go back to the surface. What are you talking about there, Sonny? Did you shit yourself because you were scared? Zoink Scoop, what was that? Well, that was the sound of demise. But luckily, it's not imminent. So let's leave before it becomes that. Nah, we'd win. I mean, think about how easily we were able to kill the other one. Yeah, you got a point. And think about the one we just killed. It's worth thousands of dollars. So if we just kill a few more, we'll be rich, bitch. I'm gonna fucking quit. Well, since you guys are determined to see your ancestors, we'll just leave. See, you're finally getting it. After we kill these things, remember that all them belong to us. The rest of you buffoons follow me if you want to live. But the content. What did I say? See you pussies later. So where should we wait for our payday? Hell, maybe we should even go out looking for it. Wait a second. Where are we going? My content's already ruined. Fuck your content. We are leaving. Why? But what about those guards I hired? Why would you? Wait, don't tell me. Is the reason he won't go near the labyrinth even though he's born here is because he's a biatch? Hey, let's go back. And why would we do that? What do you mean? Just think of the content we're missing. We spent so much crypto to get here. If we leave now, we'll never financially recover. Okay, everybody. We're gonna play the shut the fuck up and be quiet if you want to live game, okay? What was that? You remember how I brought up that demise thing earlier? Well, it's now been promoted to imminent. So you just let them die? And I would do it again. I can only do so much to persuade greedy, stupid, and delusional. Plus, is it really and truly a loss? Yes, for my goddamn wallet it is. Remember the game we're playing? Do you think I can write them off my taxes? Help! Why me? Ah! Vigoroth? My God, what did they do to you? Oh, great. I didn't know the fuck me parade was in town. I fucking hate my job. Passengers have boarded the train car. What? Make sure to keep all body parts inside the vehicle at all times. What? Aside from the hatred of my job, it seems like all your limbs are attached. So, that's good to see. So, you just let the others die? Huh? You're strong enough to do what you just did. So why? Lady, did you just fly in from Stupid Town? You hired me to guide, not protect. Was there anything in the contract that included that in my job description? But you let people die. Incorrect. I told the morons you hired what specifically not to do. Did they listen to me? No. So why would I risk my fine life to save them? If you all had just listened to me frame one, our squad's KD ratio would not be this abysmal. Now wouldn't it? Then what made you save me? Well, I mean, you need to still pay me, as I'm still currently working. So I'm gonna need you to run those pockets, and I'll keep you alive. Can we just not? You're shitting me. I ran in a random direction, and I ended up here? Really? I really need a new job.
But wait! There's more!
Ouch. Well, I'm hurt, but alive. So, this sucks. Like, really sucks. My ATM. Fuck. She definitely didn't survive that fall. That aside, cooked is what I am. Why? Just why? Wait, is this a abandoned labyrinth? I 12,000 snakes used to live here. Can I ask that you at least bite me gentler? But now, it's a ghost dungeon. I'm going to quit. Well, it's officially now yours. So good luck. P.S. No take backsies. I have once again awoken, unfortunately. What's this folder in front of my face? Oh no, it opened. Why do I have a status screen? Can we please just not? This just has to be a dream. But this is too elaborate to be a dream. I mean, it knows how much money I have in my bank account to the cent. Well, let's see if there's anything else. Save. Why would I need to save? Oh God, why would I need to save? Does that mean if I... Yep. I'm now back in time. This can definitely only mean good things. Huh? Oh, good. Glad to see I lost 100,000 yen. Wait, what? Loading costs money. Of course it does. What is this, an EA game? Oh, look, a microtransaction shop. So this really is an EA game. And the cheapest item is 100,000 yen, which converts to over 600 USD. Oh, I'm mistaken. This is apparently a Ubisoft and EA collaboration. But what's this scouter thing? When using this ability to look at a target that is a female, her information and particular strategies to survive her will be displayed. Survive? What you mean by that? Well, time to take this scouter thing for a spin. And this is definitely not an invasion of privacy. It's just like social media, except only for me, and my target has no consent. But God, I really hope I'm in a game world right now, because if not, this is cooked. Oh wait, I thought I recognized her. She works at the convenience store down the street. So the information the scouter gives me is a mixture of my own information along with basic information. But to get more sensitive information, I need to level up. Also, her difficulty is C, but I'm not seeing a method on how to survive her. Also, what does that really mean? I would like to know. No, really, is it pre or post coitus that the survival aspect kicks in? Never mind that. Oh, it's the lady from next door. Let's see what invasion of privacy I can perform on her. And let's see, difficulty E. Oh, so she's stupendously easy. Strategy. She constantly argues with husband, sneaks out to bars at night, and has multiple affairs. Huh. Well, I guess that would indeed make for an easy target. So what other items do we got in the shop? And let's just go ahead and get both of these. And it's time for a theory, a game theory, to find out if A, this is a dream, B, I'm in VR, C, I'm in a game world, or D, I'm fucked. Well, let's go ahead and try item 1, and okay, it actually worked. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. This is definitely a bad thing. Now it's time for the real test, and well... Yeah, should have seen this coming. What just happened? Wait, is this an option box? Huh, would you look at that? It is a game. So I'ma just go with option 2 cause I don't think option 1 would go over well. And she's out like a light. So I'm just a tad bit curious as to how far I can push the boundaries of this game.
FBI, open up!
Okay, so can't get away with federal crime. Glad to know. So don't mind me as and I'm back. That's something. So now we know loading can be used anytime. And let's see, does loading keep my items? No. No, it does not. But do my savings go back to its original? No. No, it does not. So great. I've lost 950,000 yen. Hell, if I wanted to waste 950,000 yen, I would have just bought NFTs. What does this prompt say? Time remaining. 8,759 hours left. And it says if I fuck around like that again, I will find out. Okay, understood. So this is not your standard typical game. It's of course a death game. So what did we learn? That rape is not okay in any reality. Okay, now that we have that out the way, it's time to figure out what survive means. Well, I know what it means, but what's the context for it in this situation? However, there was that option 2 on the choice panel. So I just need to wait for her to leave and then ethically and morally just sneak into her house. Yep, this is definitely not okay, but if I just don't think about it, it will be fine. If she ever fucking leaves, my god, woman, do you not have any friends or hobbies? Fuck, people to have an affair with? Please, my god, I need to sneak into your house for fuck's sakes. Thank god, she's finally leaving. She's all dolled up. Huh. Yeah, she is going to have another affair. Man, her affair stat sheet gotta be crazy, because my god, this woman be putting up numbers. Anyways, now that she's gone, it's time for me to make my move. All right, we're in. And why would anyone need a fridge that large? My god, what is she stuffing in their dead bodies? And what's this over here? Multiple debt requests. So she's in debt? Wait, how is she in debt? Are you telling me she's just out here sucking dick for the fun of it? She better learn how to make an OnlyFans or something. Alas, there are 2 rooms left. Let's see what's behind door number 1. And it's her bedroom. Shocking. Now what's behind door number 2? And it's an office. It must be your husband's, but it's dusty as hell. Guess nobody's used it in a while. But wait a goddamn second. She's married, but there was only 1 toothbrush in the bathroom, and I don't believe I've seen her husband ever come home. I guess they must be going through some turbulent times. The info did say they argue a lot, so maybe that's it. Oh my goodness, what are you talking about? I'm just saying. There's no fucking shot she's back. I've been here for like 30 seconds. What, does the motherfucker live around the corner? Okay, so what do I do now? I mean, I could escape through the balcony. That would be smart. Yes, but what if I just hide in the closet instead? Huh, that's strange. I swore I locked the door. Why in the fuck did I not lock the door? Why did I even take off my shoes? This was supposed to be a quick job. What am I, a moron? The answer is yes. Oh, maybe your husband came home. Oh, I can assure you that he would not do that. Leaving that aside, how are you feeling? I'm feeling freaky today. That's good to know. And that's good to hear. Please don't bring any of that freak shit in here, man. Oh god, please fuck on the couch, the sink, the counter, bathroom, laundry room, fuck, even the balcony, anywhere but the bedroom, man. Hey, should we get some drinks first? My god, please. Oh my. Somebody's impatient, but if you want some more, first you got to invest more into my crypto coin, Wide Open Express. Again? What happened to your husband? Why not ask him to invest more? Well, he found out I had some other crypto incidents. So could you please? It's going to shoot to the moon, I promise. Then every 1 minute I get, I'll invest $100. Make it $250 and it's a deal. So would you like a bath, Mr. Investor? $500. Deal. But you can head in first. I have to get some clothes and make some calls real quick. My god, just don't come in here. Now, was hiding in the closet the best decision I could have made? No. But what if she just doesn't? I mean, have I ever just thought about that? What if? Holy shit, she didn't. But why is she going in the drawer? Doesn't matter. I don't care, she's leaving. We take these dubs wherever we can find them. Okay, so now if these two just don't mind me, I'ma just go ahead and head out, okay? So, we made it out. That's great. Now, what did I learn? A, I'm terrible at sneaking in. B, she's in debt, which means that my in is just to stumble and bumble into her while I conveniently have a lot of cash on me. Now with a game plan that I put no more than 2 seconds of thought into, let's do this. Well, so far the game plan's going smoothly. Well, it's not like I'm on a death clock or something. Oh, wait, there she is. Let's do this. Execute plan, gold digger.
Oh my goodness, my money.
Well, would you look at this?
Is that all of it? Let me check. Yep, it's all here. Oh my goodness, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to help someone in need who needs it.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to go to a crypto conference and invest my money there.
Oh, so you happen to be into crypto?
Yeah, I dabble in it a little.
Well, funny enough, I happen to have my own crypto coin, and it's currently surging. So do you want to invest? Hook, line, and sinker.
I'm not really too sure.
Really? You get so many extra benefits when you invest in it.
You had me at in it.
Okay, so I've officially been welcomed into the Bear's Den. I just hope that I can make it out in one piece. But wait a minute, didn't she just get some money from old buddy yesterday? Also, did I oversleep? Yes, but I don't remember seeing him leave either.
Huh, so this is your own place?
Well, it was me and my husband's, but we've separated now, so it's just me and my lonesome. But that's not the story you told the other guy. Something's not adding up here. Uh-oh, I might be in danger. Oh, well, seeing the option window, this definitely can't be good. Well, I don't think I can reasonably do option 1, so option 2 it is. Here you go.
Thank you.
Well, aren't you a wealthy boy?
I mean, I do hit big on some crypto every now and then. All you have to do is play your cards right and...
So, how are you feeling about your return on investment? But first, make sure you hydrate before we take it to the bedroom.
You're absolutely right.
Wait, is this really a porn game? But why did it say survive? Fuck it, what's the worst that could happen?
Nothing beats a glass of water.
Is that so?
So let's...
Oh, so this is one of them worst things that could happen. Also, this is what it meant by survive. I got the memo now. Before I kill over, let me just go ahead and... Well, that was awful, but at least I now know what survive means, so that's one thing. But she's quirky. Yeah, trying to kill me for only a few $100 and poisoning my drink. Yeah, we'll just go with quirky. Man, so this whole survive thing was literal in the most literal sense. Well, that's just great. Well, time for me to get my run back. And now we're at the big decision. Now let's pick option 2 this time. It's showtime. What are you doing? Why are you going over there?
Well, shall we see what's behind door number 2 again? And it's the lucky contestant from yesterday. Who could have seen this one coming? I could have, considering what happened to me. And I never saw him leave.
Okay, we've now reached the survival part of the program, so now how am I going to do that part? Great question. Why? Why would you tell me why?
Gotcha, bitch.
My friendly neighborhood trank spray, thank you for always being there for me. Also, this game fucking sucks. Well, guess we can go ahead and call the fuzz, but first, was my throwaway line of you only get a fridge this big to store bodies actually true? It actually was, wow. So instead of just rug pulling her crypto coin, she was rug rolling investors. Bold strategy. So first, let's go ahead and erase my presence.
So there's a crazy crypto killer is what you're saying.
This day sucked. Why do I have to do this? Why couldn't I just be in a porn game instead? No, of course not. Put me in the Crazy Bitch Simulator 3000 instead. And of course, I must subdue them because apparently I'm the fucking Dark Knight. Better yet, the Dark Samurai in this bitch. I even level up and also get stat increases. And there's also a stat cap. My God, this is too much. Why pick me? Could you have not picked me? Who made this? Why make this?
I mean, at least it's filling up my bank account, so yay. Well, we survived the first encounter, so that's good. But there's going to be more. God, why is there going to be more? I didn't even get to smash first before she tried to kill me. Well, it doesn't matter, because this is a problem for future me, and so let the fuckery commence.
And that concludes the process of joining our cult. Here's your badge. We expect to receive many great sacrifices from you. I didn't want to join this cult, but considering how broke I am, my options were limited. Well, you may be wondering why I joined a cult. Well, we have to go back a bit. When I was young, a mercenary group picked me up, and hell, I was still with them recently, and whether we were victorious or were defeated, we were killing it. And luckily, we mostly always managed to come back in one piece. But eventually, our number was picked, and we got absolutely blasted. And we were on a nice win streak too. Some of us survived, but like a toddler in Walmart, I got separated from them, and on my last legs, I ended up here. But you know, there's similarities between this cult and being a mercenary. Like, there's lots of wandering, blood, and other stuff. But aside from having to give up my firstborn soul, getting approved was quick and easy, as I don't think there's many background checks to joining a cult. But they pay well, and considering presently the only things to my name are my armor and sword, plus a few bucks. I can't believe I joined a damn cult. Let's see what cultist job requests look like. They have abductions, blood sacrifices, purgings, orgies, and odd jobs. Quite the selection they got here. But being a level 1 cult member, the requests I can do are super limited. Plus I'm solo, so that limits my options even more. Whatever I pick, it's going to suck doing it alone. Does that mean my only option is being a sexual test subject?
What's going on? You looking for work? Because from my observation, I can tell that you're new here and you're flying solo. And it would seem that you would need more people to take on the higher paying quest. So how would you feel about filling up a hole in my group? As our party could use a big, sturdy guy with a large, hard sword like yours.
I can't tell. I can't figure out if he's just making it sound sexual on purpose or accident, or if it's just actually sexual. God, why did my mercenary group have to get squad wiped? I miss it so much. The freedom, the money, the non-cult-like behavior. The only real downside was we were expendable to some employers, and we had no backing or support except ourselves. But now I'm here in a cult, broke.
We can make it well worth your time. I promise you.
Nah, he gotta be doing this on purpose. What is the request you would need me for?
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Please just don't be weird.
So for our new escapades, we'll be adding a new member, which will increase our group to 5. So let me go ahead and introduce everybody. This is Lauren. He'll be our new big, hard, strong sword.
Kill me now.
This is Naron, my childhood friend who's a real cowgirl. And this is Oxy. We met her here on our first day at the cult, and she has been with our group ever since. She's quite something. She can use her technique over 3 times a day.
That definitely has to be sexual.
Next is...
Excuse me, for such a special occasion like this, I would like to introduce myself to Sir Lauren.
Knock yourself out.
Why, hello, Sir Lauren. I am Lapis, and I am a priestess who worships the winged dragon of Ra, the true sun god. I was only recently ordained, so I'm still a novice, and I look very forward to working with you.
Sure. Just like you, Lauren, Lapis was only recently added to our group, so we still haven't really gotten a good feel of each other yet.
Oh, you don't have to worry too much about that. This has to be sexual. Am I the only one? There's no way I'm the only one who hears the phrasing here.
All right, then there's me, the group's leader. And my name is Sarf, and I plan to become the leader of this cult one day.
Yes, Sarf. You are the one who will lead the cult to its greatest era.
Oh, I thank you for acknowledging my greatness. I'll make sure to give you a special treat later. Now, since we have a new member, I should now tell you about my exploits and why I'll inevitably become the leader of this cult.
It starts off with a 12-inch. Still, I can't really tell if this is a sex cult, blood cult, or the Indianapolis cult. I really can't tell right now. But as long as I survive, get paid, and don't get sexually exploited or just sacrificed, then everything should be fine. But the ratio before I joined was 1 man to 3 women, which is interesting but shouldn't be a problem. Well, at least I hope. Oh my God, does he not shut up?
And after going about fist deep,
Hey man, can you just go ahead and explain the job we'll be doing? Hey new guy, what's wrong with you? My God was just getting to the good part, so don't interrupt him, okay? So it's gonna be that type of problem. Also, you chose him as your god? Do better. But as long as we stay professional and make some decent money, I'll put up with it for a bit. Your talking is not going to make us, I mean me, any money. Because I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm broker than a bed two elephants had sex on. You asked me to join your group to make money, I think and hope. So I would like to be able to sleep in a bed tomorrow.
I guess you're right. Now that we've all introduced ourselves, let's move on to the money talk.
Hey Sarf, are you really gonna stop? You just got to the gaping hole part. Why listen to him? He's a former mercenary who only cares about money. He knows nothing of the true joys of being a cult member. Well, you got me there. I give no shits about the joys of being a cultist. And I have no true desire to ever find out what this joy is she speaks of.
But Naren, you were the one who said you would like another big, large, stiff sword in the group.
Yeah, you're right, but can we get someone who actually recognizes Sarf's greatness? I agree, but our options for someone with a sword as large and as stiff as Lauren's are rather limited. Plus, he seems to have a lot of experience and achievements under his belt, so that's a big plus for our group. Miss Lapis, what do you think? I think he would be a perfect fit for me. I mean us. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. And I'm the only one who doesn't want him in the party? Yes, you are the only one who doesn't want him here, as I think Sir Lauren came at just the right time, as Sir Lauren will fit perfectly in this nice, cozy, warm, and tight hole we have in our group. I'm not 100% sure what she means by that, but I'm not going to be here for a long time, and I don't think I want to be here for whatever you guys consider to be a good time either.
Are you sure? The good times are really good. Alright, so on to how we're going to get some money for the cult and ourselves. We'll be getting Goblin's blood for a sacrifice. It's a 3 days travel east on foot, so we'll have plenty of time for fun during the travel time.
Really? Only 3 days? Plus, will the cult even let us take a request of this significance? So shouldn't we get another one? I mean, the cult did post a request for that newly discovered altar, but there's no way they would let us newbies accept such an important task. They would definitely give it to a more experienced group. If you keep saying stuff like that, Oxy, we'll never get to take over this cult. We'll be stuck doing these low-level requests forever.
Don't you worry, it's inevitable that I'll become the cult leader. And when that happens, I'll definitely make sure to give you all bigger and larger requests.
You can keep that future to you guys, but how many goblins are we talking about here?
Who knows? It sounds like some villagers stumbled into those goblins and came here to tell the Adventurers Guild. But it doesn't really matter how many goblins there are, especially with me around, since they're all just my stepping stones. Well, if there aren't any more questions, we'll leave tomorrow.
You know what? Sure. All right.
Make sure you all have a nice, long, and wonderfully fulfilling night. We'll meet you two at the East Gate tomorrow.
The feeling of an empty wallet is always such a sad feeling. Well, I have enough to survive tonight, but I could really use a drink, but I can't afford one. Where are they at? Wait, are they? Hey there, Sonny. You seem to be a fresh face. I'm waiting for some colleagues. Yeah, we both got it tough having to be up this early in the morning. You look pretty worn out. Were you not able to get some quality sleep? Yeah, that's it. Well, that sounds terrible, especially then having to wake up early in the morning. After that, well, I guess we're kindred spirits in that way. So want to chat for a bit? Cause I'm bored as hell. Is this your first time in Capo? So this city's called that? Wait, so you came here without knowing the name of the city? A lot happened, man. Well, it'd be best for you to remember that name. Yeah, sure, we may not be as great as the capital, but we're a great city with delicious food, great people, and no cults, and a place I call my hometown. Oh, buddy, I have some terrible news about there being no cults. So, where did you stay yesterday? At the place around the corner to the right. Ah, that place? There's a shop over there that has some bomb-ass food. You definitely need to check it out. Well, as a mercenary, we mostly travel from battlefield to battlefield like birds, so staying in a single city was not something we ever did. However, staying in one city doesn't sound too bad. Just not this one.
Hey, look, there he is.
Are those your friends?
The notion of them being my friends disgusts me. So please don't ever say that again to me.
Well, good. Because if I were you, I'd leave them quickly. As I've heard rumors, they might be part of a cult. I know it may be shocking as we have no cults in this city, but people say wherever they stay, you can hear weird groaning, moaning, and chanting coming from their room. Why can no one tell me what type of cult it is? Well, it doesn't matter because I'll be cutting ties with them as soon as possible.
Hope we didn't make you wait long.
Well, it's going to be 3 truly long and hard days to get to Einstein. All right, it looks like everyone's here, so let's go.
Actually, let's see if there's a wagon.
Yeah! Thank God we're not walking. Wait, what do you mean taking a wagon?
I can't afford to take a wagon. Do they not understand? I'm broke.
Fuck! Am I going to have to run?
No. I can't afford to be late.
Worst case scenario, I might just have to shake. Here you go. You need some money, don't you? It's only a few copper coins, so I can easily afford to spare some for you.
What?
Don't feel guilty. This is a loan, not a gift. So don't think I'm giving this to you for free. And do note, I have very high interest rates. And I can't wait to collect from you, Sir Lauren.
I've located a wagon and it'll only cost 5 copper to get to Einstein.
So, what are you gonna do, Sir Lauren?
Not much of a choice. I'll take the loan.
Very well. I look forward to my return on investment, Sir Lauren.
I mean, yeah, I know I needed the money, but I'm starting to have second thoughts about this loan and joining this cult. Kudo Kazuto is a worker for a company whose morals and ethics have been long lost to time, and he finally gets to head home early even though he's worked for 10 hours, but considering he typically worked for 15 hours with no overtime pay, this is pretty good. And after blackmailing his bosses, Kudo actually managed to get a day off. And now he finally gets to go home and weeb out on all the light novels he's been stockpiling. But you gotta remember, Kudo, you're tired. So we must be careful driving home. Yeah, I don't think insurance is gonna be a big fan of this one. But Kudo, what did you hit? Because from my perspective, that shit's the size of a horse. That thing's still breathing. Well, that's concerning. Also, the hell is it? A wolf? Bear? Horse?
A wolf bear. Is this a new species we discovered and accidentally immediately killed? Cause my God, look at the size of this bugger. It's even larger than the car.
But this definitely can't be right.
What, Kudo?
No, we can't just skin and sell the creature. Well, I mean, if you happen to know a few people, then I don't know. Hey, Kudo, I'm pretty sure with its last breaths, that thing said you're still a bitch, which is interesting. I didn't know you were a bitch beforehand. But hey, look, you got some experience and leveled up. Hey, Kudo, I'm not too sure how much you're a fan of games, but yeah, this probably is not good. Yes, Kudo, we can all see the body disappeared. Oh my God, the body disappeared. No, Kudo, I don't think it's the shrooms kicking in. It really disappeared. But hey, look, it dropped a sparkly gem. So let's just take that. But since Kudo is too tired to even think about what's happening, he'll just save that for future Kudo. Also, Kudo, for just hitting a creature that was bigger than his car at high speeds, the car seems to have minimal damage. So Kirby fully loaded over here is clearly the true monster here. It's now a bright, cheery morning for Kudo, who's awaking from a refreshing night's sleep. But man, it's rather noisy outside. and the power's not working, but it's probably fine. Maybe the breaker tripped, or maybe the entire neighborhood has lost power, which happens from time to time, but it doesn't matter. It's Kudo's wonderful day off. He's not gonna let a power outage and potentially poisonous milk ruin this, or the fact that he forgot to charge his PC or phone. It's fine. He has so many manga stockpiled, he'll be busy reading all day today anyways. But it's rather dark in here, so Kudo, how about we open the blinds? Yeah, I think we probably want to go ahead and close those. But wait, Kudo, look at that. It's an orc, like the one in video games. You don't think it... Yeah, okay, so it also has the behaviors of the orcs from video games. Yeah, that's understandable. Kudo, we should probably check the news to see what's going on. Right, no power, and you charge nothing. God, you're borderline useless. But you know, it's not all bad, Kudo. At least you no longer have to go to work because the world's not full of monsters that want you dead. But just ignore that part. But it seems you now have a game system, so why not give that a try? Hey, look, it opened. Now, neither one of us know if any of these stats or skills are good, but if we just say they are, he'll surely be fine. Oh, you can even pick a job, Kudo. So what job can you get? You know what will be mad useful right now? An information tab, because what the fuck do any of these do? I mean, yes, you could take a guess to figure out what they do, but I would not recommend that. But if it's just between us, I would pick negotiator so that I can negotiate with the monsters for my life. No, that probably wouldn't work because it probably wouldn't come with a translator skill. Or just pick the spy. That option works as well. It'll help you run away and hide from the monsters. Well, while you give the exposition about the system, I need to make a call real quick. Hello, I would like to cancel my subscription to Tentacles vs. Lollies. Yeah, times are tough for me right now, and I can't afford the $299 monthly subscription. Hold on. Yeah, Kudo, look at you, testing those skills. I hope they're good enough to defeat those monsters that want to kill you. But yeah, I wish I could keep it, but it was between this or having to cancel my $250 monthly subscription to Step On Me Harder, Big Mommy, and I just couldn't bring myself to cancel the latter one because it was 1 sec. Hell yeah, Kudo, test the hell out your new abilities and skills and whatnot. Anyways, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Like, my God, pal, did you see the hills that Uriel wore in that last video? No, you haven't, and you have no idea what I'm talking about? So can I just get that Tentacles versus Lollies canceled then? Okay, thank you. Do you want me to send you a link to... Hello? Hello? Where were we? What the hell did I miss? When the hell did Kudo get outside? Well, he hasn't been spawn killed, so that's good. And you decided to check on your neighbors. I don't personally feel like you're in the sort of position to worry about anyone else. Oh, and you're going to check every neighbor. Also, why would anyone ever open the door up in this situation? Hey, look, an open door. That's not good. Woo! Oh my goodness, that was a close one, Kudo. You managed to actually block that sneak attack. Good stuff. Hey, look, it's a goblin. And look at its little shit-eating grin. As long as we actually, I mean you, don't panic, you should be fine. And you shouldn't die a tragic death. Man, it really just has the most punchable face. And we're running away. What are we doing? I feel like I've missed a strategy meeting or something. So what's the plan? Cause you only made it mad. Wait, since when could you do that? Did I miss something important? Wow, this little shit is quite durable. To not even have gotten smushed by that washing machine? Well, it's trapped for now, so all we have to do is give it a quick stab in the forehead and or just a quick slice to the neck and just get blood everywhere to attract every creature within a 15-mile radius. But we leveled up and you actually managed to kill it without hesitation. Good job there. And you got an item drop, all your stats went up, and you're not dead. So I would say, so far, not too bad. But now that we have a taste for blood, we must satisfy this craving with our next prey. And can you smell it? It smells like more goblins. Now it's time to kill, my Kudo. Kill. And do the first one in like Assassin's Creed. And one of your skills leveled up. See? We must kill.
Oh no, they caught on to us.
But that it matters not. Their blood shall now rain down from the heavens, as we'll crush their little asses with the freezer and chew on their bone marrow. Yes, crush them, Kudo. Crush them. Yes, now kill them, Kudo. Kill them. You must kill for the level ups and stat increases.
What's that?
This story starts off with some villager women talking about how Prince Siegfried was crazy last night, and another woman chimes in saying how she heard he was unrivaled across the lands, but the rumors couldn't have prepared her for that. Now you may be asking, what is she referring to? Well, thanks to the village elder, apparently the prince of the country came through this village and slept with every single virgin woman in this village. Yeah, this is gonna be a wild one, so let's go ahead and buckle up. You see, thanks to the helpful monologue of the village elder here, we find out that Siegfried, the prince of this country, is a virgin-obsessed man. Now, why is he like that? I don't know. But apparently, this is an honor when he does that to villages because it helps keep the peace? But the elder's not a fan of him, and then we get some words from our protagonist, Lynn, and she agrees with the old man, as the prince has a lot of people who want him dead. Yeah, that's bound to happen when you try to sleep with every virgin within a planet-side radius. And oh boy, just you wait, because there's a kicker with that whole virgin thing. But you see, Lynn is the most popular woman here, among other women, as they all admire her for being a slut. Man, oh man, I wish that was Cap, and one of them admires her so much, she asked to lick her skin. I wish I was making that up. But she's the only one in the village Siegfried did not sleep with because of her not being a virgin. And like, I just cannot fully explain the tension in these panels. But there is more tension on these panels than a stepbro and stepsis stuck together in a closed space on a hub. As the one having her tongue fiddled says, since Siegfried taught her how to please men, she wants Lynn to teach her how to please women. We're like 8 panels in, and the horniness meter has already broken twice. Anyways, turns out Lynn has been gaslighting the village women, as Lynn herself is a virgin. Which begs the question, why is she the only one Siegfried didn't sleep with? I don't know. Cause I'm just assuming Siegfried can smell virgins at this point. But she's afraid that if she gets in a cage match with the other 3, she'll get caught between a warm place and a warmer place, as they would find out that she's all cap, no breaks. Lynn starts contemplating whether investing her skill points into the lion skill tree was worth it. The answer is no. And then we get a jump scare of the village elder peeking in on Lynn. And she's freaked out about this, but starts rationalizing it in her head, saying that maybe she has the potential after all. Lynn, the fuck are you on about, girl? But I guess when you're down bad, you're down bad. But it turns out, yeah, so remember how I said this one gonna be a wild one? Let me reiterate that. This manga is a fucking wild one. But oh buddy, this roller coaster is just now sitting the passengers in a train car. So yeah, while the village elder is getting his hole glorified, he tells Lynn to run away, as their village is being treated like a gas station because there's a lot of pumps going in a lot of holes. Better yet, a lot of pumps going in every hole. And I mean every hole. We then get a face that I could have lived my whole life without seeing, but if I have to see it, so do you. Then bootleg Vinland Saga villain barges in, and apparently they receive the orders to fuck the whole village. What? I have so many questions. Who are you guys? Like, do you guys normally do this? But my main one is, who the fuck gives that type of order?
Ladies and gentlemen and all others, please make sure that all limbs and possessions are inside the train car at all times.
The man then charges at Lynn, pants sagging on the ground, ready to pounce. Lynn grabs a knife, prepared to strike, but he stops mid-charge because she's not making him salute the flag at all? And oh my god, she kicked the shit out of him. My god, she even kicked him out the window? I know that shit gotta hurt. We then get some more clarifications that they were instructed to fuck and kill everyone. Oh, glad we got some clarifications on that. But turns out they're doing this because remember that virgin obsessed prince who was trying to compile the fuck every virgin speedrun world record that somehow caused peace? Well, apparently his game got corrupted. Or I guess I should say someone corrupted his game. This leaves the ladies quite shocked. Robin then sacrifices herself for Lynn to escape.
which she does. But Lin hates the fact that she abandoned all her friends. But Lin, in your defense, someone has to survive to tell the story. But then we see it, the Infinity Blade from, well, Infinity Blade, but that shit's stuck in a stone like it's Excalibur. But she gets bonked on the head before she could pull it out by the lowlife from earlier who chased her. But now Lin's stun locked and defenseless. Lin starts thinking back on her life of where did she fuck up? I don't know, probably all the lying, but the sword comes out of the woodworks and is like, lame. You really gonna let those be your final thoughts? Back to the bozos who are struggling to get their flower to grow, but they're shocked when Lin stands up as she starts giving her contractually obligated main character speech as she releases a bright white, blue, green, I don't know, man, it's on a black and white panel light that engulfs everyone. The sword likes Lin's fighting spirit, and because of that will lend her his power. The light then settles down and Lin was wondering whose voice she just heard, but is pulled back to reality when she hears the bandit screams.
Everyone please make sure you are buckled in tightly as this will be the first descent of many because it's only going to get wilder from here.
The lowlifes are of course freaking out because as they've gone from being the hot dog to being the bun, as they now have to deal with this existential crisis at the same time of having to deal with Lin. The captain does the bold strategy of threatening to fuck and kill Lin. His grunts then bring up the logistical difficulties of this task, and after a quick game of Tetris in her head, decides that it can't be rock or paper, so it only leaves scissors. The women charge at Lin, and oh my god, Zorro? Is that Zorro? Cause boy, she sliced and diced those women like nobody's business. But Lin is a little shaken up as she's just killed 3 people. So you remember at the beginning of this video how I mentioned that kicker thing? Well, here's that kicker. You put 2 and 2 together yet? Yep, it's exactly what you think. And yeah, they do count, as they would still be flowered in this form. Well, this is one way to make a hell of a lot of enemies. So the sword turned the XYs into XX chromosomes. And not only just that, it also turns their horniness levels to the moon. But you may ask, well, Siegfried was a man and Lin's a woman, so how is this power any good for her? Well, turns out there's a part 2 to that kicker, as the sword can give Lin another blade. Yeah, that's right. Everyone, including us, is wondering what the fuck is happening. Listen, I told you multiple times, this manga is fucking wild. But do you want to know who's really amped up at this prospect? That's right, the spirit inside the sword. And Lin's brain is just... Fun fact, did you know that shit only gets more wilder? And I really and truly mean that. Like, somehow, this is the most sane the story is ever again. P.S. I would not recommend reading this in public places.
This is Shimizu Kuma, just your average guy getting rejected from a job he thought he had in the bag because of just a minor worldwide pandemic. And while walking and thinking, he just ends up in another world. Don't you hate when that happens? You're just minding your own business and then BAM! You're being attacked by a Palmon. Quick, throw a Pal Spear at it. Shit, you missed. But luckily, Kratos happened to be in the area as an axe comes from left field and dings the griffin in the head. A maiden then comes over to Kuma speaking gobbledygook and gives him a translation potion. Is that a thing? Okay, yeah, it's a thing. Panya here then treats Kuma's injuries. Panya then asks Kuma would he like to offer up his services. This is clearly the smile of someone who is trying to sell you a timeshare or sell you on a multi-level marketing scam. But unable to recognize the most obvious setup, Kuma gladly takes her up on that offer. As they say, a sucker's born every day. So the services that Panya was referring to was working at a sea ballista, aka Riker's fucking island. And he would become a prison guard, and after some contemplation and Mother Nature clearly letting him understand that he is the bird in this panel. Also, the fuck going on with the whales over here, man? As that's allegedly one of the cute ones. Now, I'm not sure if I missed a panel or something, but Kuma just decided to ignore that clear warning from God and decided to accept that offer, I guess. And it's just so beautiful, the scenery, the women. You know what that means? Something's not right. As Kuma's like, so what type of manual labor do the prisoners do here? And Panya says in a roundabout way, cockfighting, with a side of Suicide Squad type missions. As Kuma has his breath taken away by a beautiful prisoner. Panya explains that she's in here because she allegedly committed patricide. Now, what is patricide, you ask? Great fucking question. Hope they eventually tell us what that means. but Panya leads Kuma to what is clearly an outlast-ass area where we meet the prisoner Cammy, who's a tiger lady, as she immediately pounces on Kuma because she's ready to eat, as she explains that there are only women in this prison, so of course she's going to eat a man if they come here, which I mean, I respect her for being opportunistic. However, I feel like there could be a bit of a different approach. Anyways, the A's start meeting the B's, and it's clear to Cammy that Kuma's a virgin. Damn, got rooted out faster than an incel talking about women. But Cammy don't care. He could be a virgin, virgin olive oil, Virginia. If it's a man, she's feasting. And after getting her full course meal, as Kuma's worn out like a single mother with 5 kids, Cammy then decides to take the spider-like approach to mating and tries to send Kuma to another world. As Kuma, I don't know if you forgot this, but you're in a prison. And not just any prison, the most maximum of maximum security prisons. So unsurprisingly, the prisoner you just had a catnap with is a killer. Shocker. Kuma then sees Panya and asks for help. But poor Kuma, Panya has no power here. Kuma then starts trying to bargain for his life. But in Cammy's casino, he has no more chips to play. Panya then sends Kuma under the sea. Kuma, who is currently drowning, then meets Cthulhu's younger cousin. And where the fuck is this? It's just the space the Kraken Karama made, as he tells Kuma that he can save and fix him, but in exchange he must help his savior, Ziana, that prisoner from earlier, the one before Cammy. And the reason Crackalakin over here wants to save Ziana is because when he was younger and about to be turned into some delicious fried calamari, she saved his life. So now it's his turn to save hers. But guys, guess what? The Kraken has a crippling weakness. Can you guess what it is? That's right. He's a fucking squid, which means he can't do a goddamn thing on land by himself. But if these two do the fusion dance and fuse together, they can become Kumarama. And boy howdy, the Kraken is rather talkative for a squid, as he keeps yapping, more exposition and motivation and yada yada. The two finally fuse back to Cammy, who's having a swell time after the whole sex and murder thing. But as she's enjoying herself, guess who's back? Back again. It's Kuma. And the ladies are shocked as how is he still alive? It's called the power plot, ladies. And let me say this, Kuma has goddamn clearly been waiting all his life to perform this action. Like the true weeb he is, he performs a classic transformation pose. And Cammy, starting to regret some of her recent decisions. Boom, we got him. Kumkin. No, Kuruma. We'll workshop the name later. Cammy then tries to fight back, not realizing that shit's useless now. Oh yeah, baby, it's payback time. Huh? Kuma, what are you doing? I know you got some tentacles, but do you really need to do the tentacle things as well? I guess she did try to kill you, so fuck it, do whatever you want. Kuma then finishes Cammy with the spear sword onto Panya, who thought Kunya forgot about her setting him up and throwing him off the whole fort, but no. Kuma remembers. And when about to give her the claw machine treatment, Panya says she'll do anything, and Kuma's like, anything you say. And Panya's like, yeah. Kuma tells Panya, great, hire me as an official guard and put me in charge of Ziana. But Panya's like, yeah, that's gonna be a problem, Captain, as our expiration date is coming up real soon. Nukumizu, a rom-com connoisseur, but not a bold rom-com reader, more of a private enjoyer. While wishing he could fall in love like they do in rom-coms, a table slams in the background with a young maiden yelling, why are you still here? Go after her. Kazuhiko turns around, and for the love of God, why the hell are Anna and Sosuke here? Anna tells Sosuke that he needs to leave right now before Karen goes back to England. Sosuke's like, she already told me goodbye. And Anna doesn't want to hear that bull jive. Sosuke says, how does she know that? And Anna's like, because I've always loved you. Back to Kazuhiko, who traveled to a whole ass other town to avoid any of the kids from his school, and to top it off, they're also from his class. Great. But being a rom-com savant, Kazuhiko can already smell the fattest L coming for Anna. Sosuke's stun-locked by the sudden confession. Anna gives him the keys to her bike and tells him to go after Karen. Sosuke apologizes and goes to his real waifu. Also, side note,
How the fuck is him showing up supposed to stop her from going back to England? Like how? Back to our loser, who stares as her husbando rides off to go after another woman, as she then sits down and remembers that time back when they were still pissing in their bed, and Sosuke made a promise that in no way, shape, or form he should still be accountable for. The fact that she believed that for all these years is her fault and wild. But unsurprisingly to most people, when they entered high school, a beautiful foreign girl appeared, and it was game, set, match. Anna grabs the drink that Sosuke was drinking and starts drinking it. Now this in and of itself is not that weird, but what's weird is her expression while drinking his drink, as she glances over and sees Kazuhiko, who's just as weirded out at her face as I am. As she realizes that she's been caught. In every contest, there will always be a winner and a loser. Anna makes her way over to Kazuhiko, as she says, "If you dare tell anyone." Kazuhiko's like, "What? I don't even know what you're talking about." She's like, "That's what I like to hear." And the Bills and Anna over here are some of them losers. Now at the table, Anna starts going on about how Karen is a dear friend of hers. Karen's been here less than a year, but she's been with Sosuke for 12. Now, I don't know what this has to do with Kazuhiko, and neither does he, but what we both know is she just got rejected, and for some reason, she's just going to kick it with Kazuhiko, cause it don't seem like she'll be moving anytime soon. Wait a goddamn second. Did she just start eating his fries and then have the nerve to say the fries don't taste good cold? As she's already ordered a fresh batch of her own large fries? No fucking shot she's putting this on his tab. As she starts enjoying her batch of fries, Kazuhiko is asking her, the fuck is she doing? But he's cut off as Anna starts going on again about how she and Sosuke are childhood friends, and when they were little, he told her he would make her his bride one day, and isn't it mean that he said it but didn't do it? Girl, what in the flying figgity fuck are you on about? Anna starts sniffling. Maybe it's from all the bullshit she just put in the air. But respect to Kazuhiko, who's currently fighting demons, to not just tell Anna that, wow, this all really sounds like a personal problem. But he just keeps nodding along. But this tactic doesn't seem to be working, so he changes his approach and asks her, when did this bride thing happen? Anna says it happened when they were either 4 or 5. You don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. And Anna's like, doesn't this count as cheating? He just switched targets the moment a busty cute girl showed up. Kazuhiko's like, damn, I didn't know that. So how long did you guys date? Anna's like, oh my god, did we really look like a couple? Anna, don't you fucking dare say it. Anna says how everyone always said they matched each other ever since they were little. I guess that's how they looked from the outside perspective. Anna, go fuck yourself. But it was like they were half dating already. And things would have gone great if it wasn't for that titty monster showing up. That titty monster is her dear friend, by the way. Anna then gets more emotional, and now Kazuhiko thinks the same question as me. Why is she still here? Anna then starts going on, again, this time about what type of wedding dress she would have worn and how Karen's going to show off her things in her wedding dress. Wow. Never went on a single date and was already thinking about your wedding dress. Bold strategy. But Anna is currently emotionally unstable. Anna asks the question, would the results have been different if she asked sooner? Yeah, you could have gotten your heart broken sooner. Kazuhiko tries to change the topic, asking if she wants a refill and recommending the mint tea. Anna says no, that tastes like toothpaste. Fuck you, man. Now Kazuhiko is just suffering from all sorts of regrets, as Anna starts making puzzling sounds. Don't you dare. Anna says, well, you see, the thing is, don't you fucking dare say you don't have enough money. The waiter comes back with even more food that Anna ordered as her stomach starts growling like a panther. Kazuhiko does a few woosahs as he'll cover her for the day, but he wants his money back next week. Anna apologizes and thanks him, saying maybe she misunderstood him. Misunderstood what? Anna says that's a secret. Screw you and your secrets. But he stayed there with her. Well, I say stayed. It was more like he was stuck there until she was satisfied. It's a new week, and it's been a minute since he's talked that long to a girl. Kazuhiko opens the door and wonders who the hell is sitting in his seat, wondering why is no one going back to their seat. And that's because their teacher hit them with, teach yourselves. Kazuhiko then hears, why don't all 3 of us have lunch together? Anna's like, nah, gee, I'm good. Wait a second. He actually stopped her from leaving the country? How? Actually, doesn't matter. Karen says no need to be so considerate, they're friends. And Sosuke's shocked Anna's being so considerate. Anna, with a smile full of resentment, tells Sosuke he needs to worry more about Karen's feelings now.
Karen hugs Anna and thanks her for being a great friend. Anna gives her a few pats on the back. Now, to the untrained eye, it may seem like two best friends bonding, but to the trained eye, it's clear. Anna's having a war with all of her inner demons. Seeing Anna in distress and the fact she still owes him money, Kazuhiko goes over to save Anna. His cover story being he's the duty student for the day and needs a helping hand to assist the teacher. As they're walking down the hallway, Kazuhiko thinks even though Anna's a loser, she's still cute, so she's just a cute loser. Anna wonders, is there anything on her face? Nope, just a fat ass L. Anna asks, was he trying to help her out? He did, since she was in a lot of distress. Also, where's his money? Anna thanks him, as she was so close to slapping Karen's titties. I mean, that's one way to retaliate. Anna asks, where are they going since helping out the teacher was a lie? Well, that's not entirely true, as Kazuhiko's pretty sure their teacher biffed the material. Again. So, might as well help her out. Also, the fuck is his money at? Anna's like, her wallet's in the classroom. Fuck you if you think she's going back there right now to get it. And go to the stairs next to the old building during lunchtime. And off to the stairs we go. And there she is in a compromising skirt position. She then sits down immediately and asks for a favor, as Karen wants the three of them to go to karaoke. But if she has to go there and listen to them sing duet, she'll burn down orphanages. You know what's crazy? That sounds like a real personal problem, so let's keep it that way. Also, you got his money yet? Anna then gets gloomy. You must think you're so slick. She starts talking about how they definitely started dating, how they got to deal with you not paying him his money. Anna starts rambling again. For the love of God, please anybody but Kazuhiko cheer this girl up. As she keeps going and making some bold ass assumptions for Kazuhiko to have to talk her off those wild assumptions. Anna thanks him, as she's not able to talk about any of this with her friends or acquaintances. Damn, not even acquaintances. Well, you sure as hell ate his fries like you guys were acquaintances. But lunch is about to end, so they need to eat. Kazuhiko says, fuck it, I'll try to cheer her up so that I don't have to see this mopey face all the time. By telling her she's quite popular among the guys. Hell, maybe even more popular than Karen. Anna looks at him like, the hell you talking about? Are you trying to comfort me? More like trying to help himself. Anna thanks him, and maybe she still has some misunderstandings about him. What fucking misunderstandings could she possibly have? But now that he has her attention, here's that receipt from all the food she ate. Anna's like, damn, did I really order this much? Yes, you did. Anna says, well, she didn't think it was going to be that much as she doesn't have that much money. But there is one way she can make it up to him. He's listening. She says she can't cook that well, but she can still make him bento boxes. Ah, so she was referring to bentos. But he would really prefer the money. She cuts him off saying, she'll be waiting for him here tomorrow. Fine, it's just not fair. With a smile like that, she could get away with murder.